Coming up next on In Conversation.
Bush v. Gore in 2000 made it very clear that the right to vote does not rest in the Constitution of the United States. It rests in the purview of the states, and that's how we ended up with Katherine Harris determining the outcome of an election in 2000, and we need to fix that unconstitutional system.
Good evening, I am Fennell, and welcome to our political roundtable discussion, In Conversation with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. And here with us are some of the most dynamic thinkers in the country, leaders in the realm of civil rights, and elected officials who lead our nation. Allow me to introduce the panel who will engage us in some very important, very meaningful, very timely dialogue in matters of importance relating to the embarking of the new day in the new Congress. Seated with us tonight, Reverend Al Sharpton, President and CEO of the National Action Network. Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., the representative of the 2nd District of Illinois. Congressman Gregory Meeks, 6th Congressional District of New York. Congresswoman Carolyn Kilpatrick, representing Michigan's 13th Congressional District and new chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. Congressman Gerald Nadler, 8th Congressional District of New York.
Nadler.
Congresswoman Diane Watson, representing the 33rd Congressional District of California. Congressman Charles Rangel, the New York's 15th Congressional District representative and chair of the House Ways and Means Committee. And Representative John Conyers Jr., who represents Michigan's 14th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives.
And the chair of the district.
Chairman of the Judiciary Committee.
And the chair.
And the man now who is responsible for our being here and who will once again convene his Wall Street Economic Summit and the one who will moderate the discussion, the Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., President and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition.
Good evening. We're going to focus in some measure on this stage of our civil rights struggle. We argue in the Rainbow that this is perhaps the 4th stage of our evolution. For the first stage was the struggle to end slavery, 246 years of that drumbeat. The second stage was the struggle to end Jim Crow laws, so akin to slavery. The third stage was the struggle for the right to vote. We've just had it now for 42 years. But one can be out of slavery, out of Jim Crow, have the right to vote and starve to death, unless one has access to capital, industry, technology, and deal flow. So in many ways, Wall Street is that 4th stage of shared economic wealth in our country today. But the right to vote preserves all other rights. What is happening when Wall Street is awash in capital, with people getting $30, $40, $50 million bonuses while jobs are leaving our economy? And nearly 50 million have no health insurance. How can you reconcile cutting taxes for the very wealthy on the one hand and financing a war on the other without a moral foundation and now without national support?
We got to march, and we've got to keep marching. The immigrants marched in 06 and got some movement. Women marched, gays and lesbians marched. Black folks talking about we tired of marching. I'm tired of us not marching. We've stopped marching. We need to get back out there and march.
You promised, Al,